The devil don't want this message to go out, that's for sure. So this is insanity over here. It's insanity over here behind me. It's not too bad over here, but it does get crazy at times over here. They're pretty good about peace. Over here, she's peaceful. Across the street, right across the street, there's nobody living there, so that's normal. What's this whole thing about? It's trying to demoralize you, demotivate you, demasculate you, de-game you, take you off your game. It's trying to de everything. D-E is devil, right? D-E-V-I-L. Demoralize, demasculate, devolve, de-game, take you off your game, de-finance you. I mean, really. That's what it is. I saw the fractal. Here's the fractal, and it's happened to every true believer. It doesn't matter what level you're on as a believer. If you have faith, that's the main thing. So it's trying to de-faith you, de-hope you. They're trying to take away your hope. See, the game, the real game, from the demonic side, the D-E-M or the D-E-V, the devil's side, is to bring you down. D-E means off, take you off your game, take you off the spirit walk, back under law, back under the flesh, because the law and the flesh go hand in hand. It's happening in the government, it's happening in the media. The reason they say contradictions in the government and the media is to demoralize you, to destabilize you. That's the whole game, everywhere you look. And it's why the Bible tells you it's to wear out the saints. The devil's a throughcaster. He's an accuser, the accuser of the brethren. He's trying to whatever you want to put after the letters D-E, that's what he's trying to do. Demotivate. When you describe something, you're taking it from, he's trying to, so God has a script for your life. He's trying to descript you. I promise you, this is what's happening in everybody's life. And if he can demoralize you, get you off your game, get you off your track, get you off your goal, your hope, whatever, de-dream. Some people have dreams. He's trying to de-dream you, and he's on every side. That's why I showed you at the beginning. It surrounds you on every side. Not only is it on every side, but there's enemies within and enemies without. So you have a bloodline game going on in your inner man. There's a bloodline pattern inside the inner man. There's patterns from 2 or 3, 4 or 5 generations back. Everybody came from Adam, so there's patterns from Adam. But there's a new Adam, and there's new patterns in the new Adam. And so this is happening. And it's not just happening with you. It's happening with your neighbors. Any believer that you know, it's happening. They're trying to take you off your game, take you off your spirit walk, take you off your hope, take away they're trying to demoralize you by contradictions and take away your power, depower you. That's the game, and it's a fractal. It's a holographic fractal game. Because when you storm the gates of hell with the truth, they got to fight back somehow, right? Anytime you got a demonic realm that you're trying to destroy their lies and their game, they got to fight back. The devil has to fight back. The fallen angels have to fight back. the unsaved have to fight back because you're attacking their whole worldview. You're attacking their reality. You're actually attacking their existence, really. When you send out the truth, you're actually attacking a person's core. If they believe lies and you send out some truth, you rightly divide the word of truth, and you teach sound doctrine, and you just send out the truth out into the ear gate of an unsaved, they are automatically repelled against you. And because they could get saved, the demon blocks them from getting saved. And what does the demon do? Attacks. What happened when they tried to cast a demon out of that guy? The demon jumped on them. Some can only come out by prayer and fasting, right? Let's say somebody's got a demon, and every time you tell them the truth, they fight you or attack you. Well, you're gonna have to start fasting and praying. You can't. Some demons there's such a stronghold in some people that they can't hear any truth. There has to be an open door, and that demon has to be knocked down, you know. There's strongholds from bloodline. There's stronghold patterns that you created in your own life, and those things have to be destroyed. There's all kinds of strongholds, but you have to learn to destroy them, you know, with prayer and fasting and sometimes repetition or whatever, you know. Creating new patterns. To destroy an old pattern, you have to create new patterns. I tell you what, this whole thing is a trip, to be honest with you. And most of the time, people don't overcome those bad patterns, I'm sorry to say, but they could, but they don't. It's just sad, you know. They have, see, that's the whole game. It's like an MK Ultra mind game. It's a MK Ultra military spiritual. It's a chess game. It's a chess match. The devils and his angels, the fallen angels, they're like a military spiritual warfare going on. And so the only way you're going to beat them is have a military that's stronger, and that's the Holy Spirit leading you and guiding you and teaching you. And you're going to have to cut off the music. One of the things they do is they use their music, their TV, their media, the contradictions in the government that you see to create cognitive dissonance, to just get you to where you have no power, or your mind is split, or to get you to don't think you can overcome. It's all a mind game. See that right there? It's all a mind game. To derail you, just like that guy. They're trying to derail you. They're trying to de-game you. They're trying to pull you off your calling, off your peace, to de-peace you, de-hope you, take away your faith if they could. True faith, they're not going to take it away. They might get you to cry unto God and say, Lord, I need help. What am I? Lord, give me more faith. Lord, restore my heart, renew my faith, renew my hope, renew my vision, renew my whatever it is. It could be anything. But don't think you're going to escape the game, because the whole game of the devil is D-E-V-I-L. And I-L is ill, right? So the devil's hitting you from both sides to try to take you off of whatever it is you're doing. Your goals, you have a goal. You want to get debt free, whatever it is. You want to invest. Even the stock market, the craziness of the stock market, how it's going down and all these companies are lost. I mean, so many stocks have gone down, you wouldn't believe it. Even cryptocurrency went down yesterday. So it's to try to derail you and pretty much to paralyze you is what it is. When you walk up on a snake, it jumps up and you get paralyzed. But when you're paralyzed, it can attack you, right? And so that's what if you were if you were a military general, what would you do to an enemy? You would hit them so fast with so much that it would paralyze them. They'd have to retreat. Excuse me, I had to get some water. You would hit them with so much force that they would be paralyzed. And that's what the devil's doing. And so, like I say, when the he's in another realm, he's in the spirit. So when the devil attacks, he hits you with 3 or 4 things at one time. The only way you're going to beat the devil is run to Jesus, prayer and fasting, and hold your cool. You got to hold your cool. The reason you got to hold your cool, because it's a narcissistic system. And so when a narcissist tries to provoke you, the whole purpose of them to provoke you is to make you look crazy and all their flying monkeys. So they got all these flying monkeys. So they'll make you look crazy in front of all their flying monkeys when they're trying to destabilize you. So the same true in the spirit realm, because all narcissism is a demonic spirit of selfish and division. And so when a narcissist attacks you, you got to keep your cool and respond according to what's true in your character and not lose your cool. If you don't lose your cool, you can do the gray rock method or whatever with a narcissist, but you can do the gray rock method in the spirit realm too. When the devil attacks you, and nobody don't even have to know it. When the devil attacks you, you can do a spiritual gray rock method. What is that? You go back and you meditate on what happened at the cross, and you know that every problem has a solution before the problem even appears. There's always a solution before the problem even showed up. Somebody was going to cut a tree down and they didn't do it. That's why I was like, already knew they wouldn't do it. It's their pattern. Yeah, man, I'll be there tomorrow. 100%. I said, is it 100% you're going to do it? Yeah. He didn't do it. It's a pattern. They can't escape their pattern. I'll just cut it down myself, I reckon. They want to make some money. I need some money. I need to make some money. Go over and cut that tree down. There you go. They don't really, they're just talking junk. Most people just talk a bunch of junk. They don't really follow through with nothing. When you, what's the proverb? It says, don't put your confidence in an unfaithful man or an unfaithful person. Don't put any confidence in an unfaithful person. So if you're married to one like that, get away from them, because you can't depend on them. When the going gets tough, they disappear. Put no confidence in an unfaithful person. There's many proverbs. Don't argue with a fool lest you be like them. Don't ask a lazy person to go deliver a message for you or to send a package, or because they'll drop it off. They won't ever send it. They have no character. They have no character. Their soul is void of character. It's all about, that's base nature. They're still in the base nature. Most people don't graduate from the base nature. I hate to say that. you're pretty much going to go your whole life. Even I don't care if they're a professional, lawyer, doctor, nurse, whatever. They still in the base nature. Most people, I'd say about 90% of the people are still in base nature. I don't know, maybe 90%. Because without a society of people who sacrifice, it just will fall apart. So there's I see a lot of people that do sacrifice for other people, but still it's base nature. They're motivate. The base nature is the motivation. Are they doing it for self, or are they doing it for God's glory? And you're being bombarded by so much, and you know you got to pay your taxes, you got to pay your insurance, you got to pay this, you got to do your taxes, you got to raise your kids, you got to feed yourself, you got to take a shower, you got to eat, sleep. The natural realm is just a bunch of pretty much you know what the natural realm is? It's pretty much just maintaining. You're trying to maintain. That's pretty much what it is. If you had enough money, you could pay other people to maintain for you, but even then, you got to maintain the people that maintain. And if you have a manager who maintains people to maintain your business or your house or whatever, then you got to have somebody to maintain. You got to maintain the managers that maintain the people that maintain the structures. It's just maintained down here. That's why I focused on the decode for 10 years, because I knew life can be hard and there's a lot of distractions. So I let a lot of stuff go that I didn't focus on, that I should have focused on. Now I'm trying to do catch up, but at least I have the truth. At least I have the truth. And when you have the truth, that's gold. Doesn't matter if you live in a shack. It doesn't matter if you live in a camper, a tent. If you got the truth, that's gold. Because you can pull out, if you're living in a tent with some truth, you can get out of that tent because you know how everything works. You might have to work 2 jobs for a little while, but that's all right. That's good for you too. If you got the truth, you can pull yourself up by the grace of God, because you know what this whole thing's about. And you know what people need. It's just, if you have a service mindset, you're going to be able to pull yourself back up, whatever you lose. If you lose something, don't worry about it. Just start over. It's just stuff anyway. Anyway, the purpose of this talk is to tell you that it's a fractal, and the devil wants to wear out the saints. And whatever thing that upsets you the most, believe me, the devil's going to hit you with it. And he's going to keep hitting you with it. He's like a machine. He's like a computer program. The devil's going to keep hitting you until he finds something, just like a narcissist. They're going to hit you till they can upset you. And once they hit that note that makes you angry or mad or want to hurt somebody or whatever, how bad, if he can hit a note that makes you really, really mad like that, he's going to keep hitting that. It's kind of like when you cut yourself and it hurts. And so you respond, ow, ow, ow. And so when the devil hits you with something that makes you angry, he knows you're going to respond, and you're usually not going to respond in the spirit mind. You're going to respond in the flesh mind. But if you get good enough at it, seeing it, being aware of your inner man, when the devil does hit you through a narcissist or a situation, then if you can recognize that they hit the right note, that to them it's the right note, it's the wrong note to you, they hit the note that's going to cause you to respond, then you can go into a gray rock method that you don't respond to the situation, but you go straight to prayer, or you go straight to meditation, or you get away, or you walk away and get by yourself for a minute and you think about it, because they're looking for something to hit you with that makes you the most angry, or the act a certain way. So you get away from it. You don't respond. You don't have to. You don't have to respond to anything, anybody, anything. You don't have to respond to anything, really. You have a free will. You don't have to respond to nothing, really. Because they try to take away that. You say, if somebody, like a salesman, they want you to respond real fast. What does that mean? They're trying to make you make a decision that's not good for you. If they want you to respond like that, let's go get married right now. Well, she don't care about you. All she cares about is money. She wants to get that money. Or a baby daddy or whatever. Let's go get married right now. Let's go. You need to buy this car right now. Let's go bar hopping right now. Why? They're probably going to take some money from you, steal your wallet, steal your passcodes while you're drunk. Everything that they want you to do now is an attack. It don't have to be done right now. You know, there's emergencies that come up, but I'm talking about most decisions, you don't have to respond right now. And that's part of the game.